And Professor Wardy is welcoming you to another installment of Wardy Screencast. This will be our third and final video on proposal argument essays for this week. And this one's going to focus really on planning. So we're going to learn about planning the proposal argument so you can write your own essay. Next week, you're pretty much going to have, there'll be a couple little lessons, logical fallacies, and might touch again on ethos, pathos, logos when writing the essay. And we'll look at a sample essay, which I alluded to. It'll be optional to look at it this week. I would just skim it this week to get an idea of what it looks like. Next week, may look at it a little bit more. But next week, you're going to have the whole week to draft. And we'll do some video conferencing and that kind of thing. So you're going to know you've got it when you can identify a problem related to the topic that needs a solution, and create a thesis statement for your proposal essay using the template provided. And then also you're going to fill out really the 6 elements of a proposal essay in this planning sheet that you're going to look at. I'll give you a quick little preview of it right now because I have it up. So you're going to kind of look at, and you're going to figure out, all right, what's my thesis statement? And it's going to look just like this. You're going to put it down here. Who's my audience? And then we'll talk a little bit more about this stuff as we go. So let's get back to it, shall we? And that's where I was. All right. So again, proposal essays argue that something should, ought to, must happen, or should not, ought not, or must not happen. This is the template we've been kind of pulling the graphic from the online textbook, and our thesis will look like this. So remember from last video, the 3 stages of developing a proposal argument. Convince your readers a problem exists. If there's no problem, they don't see a problem, why are they going to invest in your proposal? Show the specifics. Hey, I could have a real general plan, but if I don't have specifics, nobody's going to invest in it. I got a plan to solve world hunger. Or no, I'm going to propose we should solve world hunger. Well, how are we going to do it? We're just going to throw a bunch of money at the problem. Just give me some money. Nobody's giving me money unless I have specifics. Convince the readers that the benefits are going to outweigh any cost, whether it's financial, time, whatever. All right. So, as I said last time, look back at me, the causal essay, information background report. Find a problem. Think about, based on your research, what solutions could there be? So your thoughts, your research. Conduct further research, develop a realistic proposal to the problem. Look at, have any solutions help similar issues or problems? Have some solutions been tried and failed? How could you improve them? Remember the annotated bibliography? We started with 8 sources. You need 10 in there by the end. Everything you use in your essays needs to be in the annotated bibliography. Not everything in the annotated bibliography will be in your essays. So if you have more than, say, you had 8, and you added 2 new sources last time and 2 new ones for this proposal essay, you're going to have 12, but a minimum of 10. So if you haven't done any extra research, you definitely want to for this essay. So again, we said focus on causation. If something has caused some problems or some good things, maybe propose it needs to stop or continues. If we have some things that are causing some kind of effect, hey, we need to stop this. Or, this has really worked over there for this problem, we should continue this. Use that to come up with your thesis. Someone should or must do these 3 things or stop doing these 3 things because we have this problem. Keep it simple. So when you think of, I'm going to be bouncing back and forth a lot here. When you think of your thesis statement, use this graphic, take the wording here, basically fill in the blanks. Instead of someone, maybe you have a specific audience, maybe it's politicians, maybe it's whatever. Be more specific, but use this basis and put your thesis statement here. It should look something like this. If you're having trouble figuring it out, look at the graphic or ask me. I'm probably going to tell you look at the graphic, but I will try to help you. Really just make it look like this. All right. The audience. Figure out who are your audiences. Who's likely to be on your, not even on your side, who's likely to at least listen to you? If we have an audience, and I mentioned this in the last video, give them $2 trillion. They're not going to side with you. They're not going to do what you want them to do. Don't think about them. Consider them as a skeptic, but you're not going to persuade them. You're just not. Focus on who you can persuade. And I want to point out something too. Everybody, if you just write everyone, that's not an audience. Subgroups. Because there are people not going to side with you no matter what. They are not your audience. If it's politicians, financial lenders, students, whatever it is, list them subgroup wise. Do not just put everyone. For this essay, that does not work. All right. Think about the audiences. How am I going to get them to realize this is a real and fixable problem? As I mentioned last time, this is where you're going to think about, all right, do I have any made up anecdotes or stories, and bullet point them? You can put 2 or 3 things here. That's okay. You don't necessarily have to fill out every single one of these either. If you have 2 or 3 hypothetical anecdotes and 1 statistic, maybe you don't need a real anecdote. I can't really come up with a made up story, anecdote means story, but I have like a couple real ones from the research. All right, put them here. Make sure you put the source down too. Same with statistics or any other ideas. So how am I going to make the audience realize I have a problem that needs to get fixed? That's the third part of this organizer. All right, now find evidence to support your proposal and consider how, basically your thoughts, how am I going to show the audience that I have a solution? Connect the dots for your audience, show your thinking. So you're going to go down here, it's going to be part 4. Your proposal is supporting evidence. What are the components? What couple of things am I going to say we need to do to fix this problem or fix part of the problem? Any evidence you have, your thoughts on it, your thinking is very important. Your voice needs to shine through. This cannot be like a research paper. It's researched in that you've researched ideas for solutions, what other people have done, any other ideas, supporting why we need to fix the problem, but your thoughts need to shine through on this too. So I put bullet points. Maybe you have 1 proposal component and we have 2 or 3 pieces of evidence and 5 different thoughts on it. Just put them all in this box. Like you'll hit, that didn't work. I could keep putting them in there. That's kind of what you want to do. If I only have 2 or 3 components, you're not going to fill these boxes out. If I need more than this, keep it going. This is where you as the writer make that decision. Keeping in mind, it's better to have too much now than not enough when you go to write the essay. So not everything you put here you're going to use. That's okay. All right. The next part. Who are my skeptics? Who's that person that's going to question my proposal before they kind of say, all right, you know what, I see your point. And who are the people who are not going to believe you no matter what? They are skeptics and they are going to raise, they're going to put roadblocks in, basically barriers to you doing this. So, what, based on your research or thoughts, what objections, questions might they raise? How are you going to respond to it? If you have evidence to help you, make sure you cite the source. By the way, APA and text citations. I put it above here too. Make sure you include in-text citations when you cite stuff. If you forget what it looks like, click this hyperlink. It's up here too. It'll take you to this page and it kind of shows you, all right, here's what an APA citation looks like. So right here, like short quotations, long quotations, summarizing, paraphrasing what you need to put, what it needs to look like. So you're responsible for that. Do it now in the organizer, so when you go write the essay, you're not trying to figure that out. Bottom line is, you do a great job in this organizer, the essay should be pretty quick to write. So that's the skeptics. The last part is call to action. What should people, or must people, do you want people to believe, do, think, whatever, after reading your proposal argument? So just kind of put an idea. This is really your goal. All right, here's what I want to have happen after people read this. It's not just read it and then put it in a drawer somewhere. It's, you know what? I want to get on board. I want to donate to this. I want to write letters to my Congress, whatever it is, Congress people, whatever it is, like, really think about that. So fill this out. We'll take a look at it. This should really help you write the essay. If you have questions, pop in during office hours. Again, Tuesday, Thursday, 3:30 to 4. And other than that, Professor Wardy is, well, all right, not out yet. So Remember, you should be able to identify a problem related to your topic and come up with a thesis. Use the graphic. Complete the organizer. It's pretty self-explanatory, especially with this video. Go through your research, do some additional research. Till next week when we'll work on structuring, writing a proposal argument. Now I can say Wardy is